Today I'll be sharing a little bit about the water shortage that affected Cape Town, Africa from the times of 2015 to 2018. What was the issue? The issue of this time was a lack of rain between 2015 and 2018, which caused a severe drought. Not only was this drought greatly affecting the citizens and the agriculture of the area, but the poor resource management and conservation of the people and governments in the area also affected them. A lack of a lack of awareness in the beginning, followed by a lack of conservation practices and efforts by the government and the citizens, didn't allow enough time for water to be preserved and saved before they reached a threshold that it was too late to do anything about it. Due to this, they were looking at on February 1st, they declared that March 11th, 2018 would be known as Day Zero, where if water reserves did not begin to replenish, water would be taken from local residents and citizens due to the lack of there being any. There was many effects of this drought or water shortage. One was a loss of jobs and income in many places, none being more greater than that to the agriculture workers. It was estimated that 30,000 jobs were lost in the agriculture sector due to the lack of water. Water was taken and reallocated from agriculture farms and given to the cities. That way that the populations in them would have water to survive. But due to the lack of water, they weren't able to grow crops, and many farm workers and farmers themselves lost their jobs and lost their farms. Along with this, companies such as manufacturing facilities and breweries were also restricted or no longer able to operate due to the lack of water that they might consume running their companies. Citizens were also placed on strict water usage limits. On February 1st of 2018, local governments gave them only 13 gallons per day per household to be used. And this was, I don't know if you know anything about water, this is not a very lot. 13 gallons can be used up very fast. What caused the issue? The main cause of this issue was a lack of rain or precipitation, affecting the hydrosphere, and the groundwater was also depleted. Water contained in dams was used and then used up, and it wasn't replenished due to the lack of rain or precipitation. Though the drought could not be directly blamed on the citizens, the way that it was handled can be blamed on them. Water was not preserved in the way that it should have. It wasn't till near the end of the drought, when they were almost out, that many of the people put in the great efforts to start conserving water. Governments were not aware of water conservation methods, nor have they been were aware that they would need them. The resolution, or was there one? Since then, the rain and precipitation has returned, and reservoirs have been able to fill back up. But due to this, even though there's rainfall occurring, citizens and governments are still taking drastic steps to avoid having this issue come around again and be better prepared to face it if it happens again. And due to our current global climate, it's likely that it will. Citizens have engaged in public water saving activities such as reusing gray water, reusing bath and shower water. They don't flush the toilets as often because it uses around 11 liters per flush. And, that's just an excess amount to use. So activities that usually would be simple, getting drinking water, something like that, is thought of more. New city management strategies have been implemented to also preserve the water. Along with this, activities have been restricted, such as washing your cars and pool filling. Activities such as gardening have been restricted to only allowing watering at night to avoid large amounts of evaporation. Things such as water management devices, or WMDs, have also been placed on the house to replace regular water meters. These track the amount of water used, but then can also shut off once the amount allowed has been used. They've also placed strict fines on on people that go over the limit heavily, and also increased water usage tariffs. Thank you.